Hello guys, in this video I'll give you a practical approach to detailing in polygons. So here, this is something I made previously in a previous video, this like T shape. So how can you, let's say making a sci-fi version of this or some sort of fantasy version, how can you approach detailing this? Well, first of all, I've got crease set here. What crease set is doing here is selecting these edges here and then giving us a crease set, 0.2. So the first thing we can do, guys, is ask ourselves, how much detail do we need to properly detail this? If we're going to make a few small changes here, like something as simple as just, selecting some faces here and extruding them, we won't need extra topology. We can handle it with this. But for more fancy things, we can go ahead and have more fancy topology. First thing I'll do here is I'll straighten this out. Shift Z, I've got that set to make plane on the Z axis here. And I can perhaps straighten this out as well. Just like that. I can apply symmetry afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead, open subdiv, I'll turn off isolate display. And the way the crease set works, guys, is that if the crease set is set to 0.2, it will remain perfectly sharp until we get past 3 subdivision levels, which means 1, perfect sharpness, 2, perfect sharpness, 3, you're going to notice we're going to curve happening here. So that means that we can go to 2 or 1. If you want extreme details, really small circles or things, you can go with 2. If you just want to have just a more comfortable modeling experience, you can go with 1, for example. If you don't need very small details. Now I can apply smooth on top to get rid of smoothing groups, and now I can continue working. Alright, so the first easy things you can add is things like little extrusions right here. So in 3ds Max here, just hold Control, double click here. And then we can just, for example, scale it out while holding down Shift. So guys, things like that are very easy to add. But if you make it a little more fancy, you can go ahead and also, select some of these to go with you. Like this, for example. And that just adds a nice little extra layer of detail. I'm going to go ahead and apply symmetry. Okay. I'm also going to, for this one, just use the data channel workflow real quick. So I have to worry about support loops or creases. Alright, and then open subdiv, let's go 2 levels. Alright, so that gives us a quick temporary crease before we do the final ones. Alright. You can also have an inward extrusion here. So guys, these are the easy ones you can add without much problem, like so. Alright, now we can go for some more advanced details. For example, we can connect the angles here. What I can do, I can go ahead and hold Shift to select this. I can go ahead and hold down Shift to press S for snapping, make sure it's set to vertex snap. Now, hold down Shift while snapping from here to here. Let me try that again here. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Alright, this will activate Max's smart extrude behavior, which will take care of the inside right here. Alright. Here I'm going to do a little bit edit here. Alright. I'm going to perhaps get rid of the extra vertices, the extra edges here. And I'm going to target weld right here. All right, now we've got this kind of nice little connection here. Maybe flatten this out a little bit here. Like that. And that gives this nice little extra detail here. Alright, then there are the more interesting details I can go for. Make sure this is back at 0. So for example, we can go across here. I'm going to go ahead and insert loop through here. Deselect that. Hold Control click here to remove that, and also connect that right there. Now we go ahead and we select all that. We can perhaps add this. Then go ahead and bevel that out, extrude that out. This detail, because of the change of topology, gives us a little more work to do, but it gives us an interesting result. And we can further modify by, for example, selecting this and perhaps moving it out. And we can start to establish some interesting shapes here. After moving this out, we can then go ahead and select this and move it further to get this, for example. We can flatten this out. All right. Move that out, scale it, inset, regularize, bridge. Now it may look awkward right now, but it will look much better, guys, once we have the final crease set. All right, this gives us opportunity, guys, to insert more little pipes and things through here. Let me copy that, select new object. I'll change around the color a little bit so we can differentiate it. And now I can just rotate it. And paste that in here. And now I have this nice little pipe detail running through here. A little bit angular now. Actually, for this one, I can just turn off the data channel. We get this. Alright, guys, we can also insert loops through here. Alright, if that looks too basic, we can make it more advanced by doing a little bit more angular. It requires a bit more work, but it makes things look more interesting. We're not going to worry about the triangles here. We can also try an angular detail here, for example. See how that will work out. Although this will require a little bit more fix up here. Right, then I'll cap this and connect these vertices. Right, that gives us a nice little interesting result here. Does take more work with polygons, but it may be worth it for a more interesting result. And also move this out to make this kind of detail more visible here. Alright. So guys, this is kind of a guide on how you can, you know, practically add some detail here in a very simple way. So obviously when you're working with polygons, there's the limitations of topology. But once you get past those, you can get some interesting results. You just kind of have to know how to work with the topology. It can also be a fun idea to have kind of a seam going through here. Give it maybe the illusion that's been kind of welded together. Like this. Also, we can eventually have like a more rounded detail here by changing the creases, which I'll show you. Alright. Now I'm going to turn off the data channel and replace it with preset. Alright. We have to go in here and supplement our selection. And add some ones like this. Now sometimes we need to add some parts like this just for better subdivision. But we'll see how it looks. Now here you get to decide which parts you want to be sharp and which you want to be smooth. So you look at this and decide, okay, do you want this to be angular or do you want this to be smooth? This, for example, I can deselect. Alright. So to make this smooth here, guys, we will deselect this. And create a set here. Let's go to 0.15. As you notice now, we get a more rounded result as opposed to what's happening previously, which was this. Now there's a problem here, you'll notice. Alright, so once I've got this here, guys, once I'm happy with this, maybe I'll change this to a higher value, maybe like 0.18. We'll set this to be like 3, for example. Alright. So because I insert more loops here, we now have kind of a ruined roundness here, but that's where we just use regularizer. Alright, so let's see. What if I try 2? Alright. What I can do is select this one and rotate this. Alright, and I'll move it to match the detail we have here. Alright, there we go. So that, guys, is a practical guide to how to go from a simple mesh to a much more detailed mesh. With something like this, you kind of have to think creatively to make it detailed. And if you want, guys, you can even apply, add a poly on top and continue to add further detail here. Sometimes I kind of ignore the topology here. Like, I would just go ahead and deselect that and then just go ahead and remove all that. So though we do get an angon here, or a triangle here, for example, I think it's much better than having a loop all the way through here. So sometimes you gotta have sneaky ways of dealing with the topology. Right, sometimes you gotta fix things up, guys, like right here. I would just do planar on the x-axis and fix it up a bit. As you can see, you get all sorts of nice little interesting details here. Right, guys, thank you for watching and take care.